Welcome back to the channel, everybody. As you can tell by the thumbnail, we're working on the exhaust. I got the 66 in the garage, and we're going to be getting ready to install these long tubes and make this thing sound better. So I've already done some work. I've already got the original exhaust on the truck out, everything except for the passenger side manifold. Did run into a problem, had two broken exhaust studs in this driver's side cylinder head. Luckily they came out really easy. They were actually loose. As I was trying to drill them to get ready to use an easy out, they decided to work themselves all the way to the bottom of the hole. So that told me that they were loose, so I kept drilling a little bit just enough to get the easy out in them, and then just backed them on out. So got lucky there. So but got everything out of the way, I believe. I still got to do a little bit of work because I believe these are going to be a pretty tight fit. So only thing I can do, because these manifolds are actually these are made for a Mustang. These are for a 99 to 04 Mustang GT. So I've heard online that a few people have said they work. You got to work with them a little bit. So all I can do is get down in here and try. So we'll get to work. Let's slide on under here, fellas and fillettes. Let's see. Like I said, I done got a lot of the stuff out of the way when I took the stock stuff out. So, if you can see, this is some of my steering shaft. Steering column, I took it loose. Fit this way, but I think I'm gonna have to lift the engine up. I can only get them about, that far, and I'm hitting something here. Yep. Yeah, this is gonna have to go up. So, but I think once I get this engine lifted, we should be good to go. So let me set this back here out of the way. All right, let's see here. What do we got here as far as, let me get my phone out, get my light going. All right. Yeah, didn't think so. Not sure what size it is, but that's winner chicken dinner. All right. Let's see, here we go. There we go. Come on out of there. There it is. All right. So what I'm going to do is, I just had this under here for extra support. We'll let it down just a little. Ain't nowhere else really to lift this engine up at, so it'll just be real easy right here on this oil pan. Oh, I'm seeing some movement here. There we go. That's what I like to see. All right. Let's see how much room that gave us. Where are you at, long tube? There we go. I'll be Bob's uncle. What about that? All right, I can actually get it onto the engine right there. All right, so what I plan on doing is, I know these are probably gonna give me trouble. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. All right, I'm gonna put a couple of bolts in this, get it held still, but I'm gonna have to dimple some of this, I bet, just because I'm not gonna have any room for my steering shaft at all. Well, that's gonna be fun. All right, so let me go get a couple of bolts and get her snugged up in there and see what happens, and then let the engine down, and then I'll work with ARP exhaust studs, or exhaust bolts I ordered online. We'll just get a couple of these to hold the header up in place. Try to get as much work as I can done right now, because I gotta run and do some errands here in a little bit. So I gotta get as much done as I can. When I get back, I'll get back to work for you guys. Trying to make some good content for everybody. Here we go, come on. There we go. Now I'm trying to remember where, okay, that's the dipstick bolt. I remember what that is now. That goes right there, I don't want to lose it. All right. Long tube, where are you? All right, here we go. Kind of hard to do this by myself. Get this up in there and get a bolt started all at the same time. Let's I'm trying here, guys. Well, help me help me understand what I gotta do here, people. Oh, yeah, it's called getting extra help out here, right? Come on. Can I reach it from this direction? Oh, I might be able to. If I can see what I'm doing here. Oh, this is difficult, people. Well, oh, arms are getting tired holding that up. Here is these. That's why I couldn't get one of these started, because they're the wrong size. This is what I originally took out of the stock manifold, and you can tell that's way too big. So I got the wrong ARP head bolts, head stud or exhaust studs bolts. So the headers come with these. That's not what. Let's see here. Let's see what they got in the bag here. There we go. All right, that one's not for it. Neither is that one. To get these smaller ones. These must be for the, yeah, these are for the collectors. So I've got bolts for my collectors. All right, let's get a couple of these in. And then we'll put the header up there and get her snugged in. Let's see. There we go. Just so I can test the clearance. Oh, this thing rolls around too much. Explains why I was having so much trouble. Pretty much easy. Let's get one up front, and then that way I'll go up top, and we'll get that one put on once I get one on the bottom down here done. Get my hand up in there. Well, come on. Always something in it. Just to get them where I want them. And to clear my steering and all that good stuff. So try this again, people. Alright, so let's yeah, it's not liking that stud in the way. Oh, come on. Now it don't want to fit, y'all. On the front's on. All right. All right. That's one. Just finger tight. We'll get up here and get another one on this front one. And that should be enough to hold her still for a little bit. Let's lower this engine. I bet it's gonna hit right there where that brake line is. Well, maybe the weight will help push that pipe where it needs to. Yep, that engine's all the way down. I can't have it touching that brake line. Well, that top tube, whole entire tube, really needs to be closer to the cylinder head. And then it would actually work pretty good. All right, ran into a problem. I guess these particular set of headers for eBay, from eBay for 03 or 99 or 96 to 04 Mustang, they're not gonna work. There's no way they're gonna fit. No way I'll get my steering to work. I had it in, and when I had it sitting in here, had a couple of bolts on it, and the top tube come across was sitting on the frame. The engine still had to go down another inch before it was even bolted in. So they're not gonna work. There's no way I can move that tube enough to get it to work, and then I still wouldn't be able to have my steering work. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to revisit some long tubes for this truck maybe a little bit later, but I want to get it back together enough to where I can run it, but I don't want it sounding the way it did. So I'm gonna put the stock manifolds back in, and then put in some of the stock exhaust, and I'm just gonna cut it off and run my new X-pipe stuff to it and out the back with the new MagnaFlows on it. At least that way it'll sound a little bit better with the new X-pipe and a little bit bigger piping. So I'm gonna go that route. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting this other stock manifold put back in. I never did take out the passenger side, so that's okay. I'm gonna put the stock one back in, the bolts and stuff. Well, two of them were broken and missing, so I'm gonna reuse some of the studs that come with the long tubes and stuff to replace the two that were broken off, so I won't have any exhaust leaks. And then I'll start putting up the rest of the exhaust and try to start mocking up how I'm gonna put in the new X-pipe and get the MagnaFlows hung and get this ready to go back down on the ground. I did talk to the upholstery shop. It's been taking a long time to get my seat, but I talked to them several times last week. He told me it would have been done yesterday, which was Friday. Didn't hear from him, so I don't have it yet, but I'm hoping as soon as I get my day off next week, I'll be able to run to the next town over, pick up my seat, get it put in, and then I'm gonna start mocking up these front bumpers so I can get the front bumper mocked up and get the brackets put on or made for it. And then the same thing for the rear bumper. Still got to do the seam seal on the cab just to keep the weather out for when I get ready to drive it. I did get the wiper blades put on. I got new wiper blades that came in from LMC. So I've got brand new wiper blades on it. And then I got to get the carpet in once the seat shows up. So I'm trying. So as you can see from some of that footage, it was quite a pain to get them headers even in there and try to get them bolted up, but turned out they're not going to work. So I don't know, I may look at some other ones. I've been looking. There are some where the pipes are ran a little bit different. Maybe they'll give me some more clearance, but I hate to just keep spending money on parts and then have to turn around and send them back if they don't fit and stuff. So because ones for this, they're $1,500 to fit a Crown Vic, and that's what I would probably have to have. And so that or build my own, so we'll see. I don't know, but let's get these stock manifolds put back in. You're gonna notice it's been quite a bit of a time jump since I stopped working on it, trying to figure out the exhaust. Come to find out, the long tubes will not fit in this truck. I'll try to post a picture or put a picture right here in the film showing you where they were hitting. They were sitting on the frame. The engine wouldn't even sit back down, so I had to come up with something completely different. So what I did is, let me get my light out here, and we'll get under the truck real quick and I will show you what I did so I can at least have the exhaust system somewhat the way I want it. So the truck's down here on the ground, but if you can see, let me get some better light. You can see right there what I did is, that's the catalytic converters. Cut it off right there, and then I added the X-pipe all the way to the MagnaFlows. So I do have the X-pipe installed and it is working. So, and I will get you guys a sound clip in a minute, but I also have my phone out of the way. Some really good news too. I'm dirty. The seat came in. The seat was finished. I went and got it. It's installed. I don't know if I want to show you guys the interior just yet. I may wait till I get this thing backed outside. But the interior's pretty much complete. I gotta work on the instrument cluster bezel, and that'll be pretty much it for the interior for now, until I start doing stereo upgrades, because there's no radio in it right now. But got that done. I did work on getting fuel tank filler neck mounted. Now this is gonna look crude and ugly, but as you can see, this is just temporary. These have got to be replaced. These are horrible, but I want to be able to drive the truck and enjoy it some while I work on the outside, doing all the outside work. But yeah, I've got new fuel filler neck. I got to finish fixing up this vent line and stuff, so I got to get that done. But I got to get a like a little attachment, because the vent line on the neck is bigger than that, so I've got to get like a barbed adapter or something, another piece of hose to get that going. But make sure you don't see the interior just yet, because I don't want you guys to see it just yet till I get it out in the lot where you can really see it. So right now what I do want to do is I do have my mirrors that are here that need to go in. So I'm going to work on putting these mirrors in. So we'll get to work on that. I'll get this GoPro up on the mount, and so you guys can get first-hand view of what I'm doing. Try not to show the interior, so. But oh, and I did work on finishing up the front bumper. So the front bumper is mounted. The truck does have a bumper on it now, which looks pretty good. Even though this is the wrong bumper, the curvature doesn't fit just right. You can see it comes almost straight out here, and but it's because this is one of those universal bumpers that go from like 67 to 72 down to the 64. So you get the straight bumper that fits the bump side instead of the slick side. So this is all I had. I couldn't find one for 66, even in chrome. If they did have them in chrome, it was a like huge back order wait. So I didn't feel like waiting. I want to be able to drive this truck. So this is it right now. I got to get the bedside primered, so I'm not riding around with bare metal bed on that one side, but it does look complete. You notice I'm missing the trim on this lot right here. It's because I was in the middle of polishing it up and it got hung up in my buffing wheel and I destroyed it. So I get to order new ones, because I'm not going to have one brand new one and then this one that'll probably never look as good even if I polish it. So I'm going to order some brand new ones for that. The rest of the grill I'm going to do my best to polish up and make look good, but everything's fit together pretty good. It's all nice and tight. So rock deflector's in. I had to modify it to fit because someone had cut it out of the other truck I got it from with a torch, so it was all warped. But it's mounted in strong and sturdy. So anyways, we'll get started on these mirrors. Alright, so let's get this set down in here. Figured using my GoPro would be the easiest way to get you guys where you can see what I'm doing here. I just gotta find a hole. Oh, is that one? Yep, that feels like one. Alright, let's get, here's the top hole. It's over here. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Get them hand started here. Believe it or not, these are exact replica of what was in it, because when I got the truck they were broken off down inside the door, so they had hit something with it. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get her ratchet in there. All right, let's All right. That's one. Just enjoy the little tidbits you get while I'm working. Let's see here, I need to, there we go. Trouble getting my fingers to work, because before we can really drive this thing I gotta have mirrors, right? So that's what I'm doing, getting us some mirrors. Did I leave that wrench over there? Are you serious? And I didn't even explain to you why there's a primered fender on it right now, because that fender I changed out, because the original fender was just so bent up at the bottom where the stone deflector goes. There's no way I'd be able to bolt up that stone deflector to it, and I couldn't straighten it out. So I got that one last year at the Grand National F100 show. I bought that off out of the little flea market section there. So, but I'm really excited this truck's come along as far as it has, and I'm really excited to drive it and see what it sounds like. I bet this thing's gonna be fun to drive. I hope so. And I'm taking you guys along with me, so. Get this tightened up. I do need to adjust these doors a little bit better, but we'll worry about that a little bit later. She needs mirrors. You know what I mean? Can't see behind me. And I don't want to get pulled over, even though it is insured now. It's tagged, it's insured. So it's good to go on the road as soon as I get done with some mirrors and stuff, but I'll back it out and we'll all right. But yeah, I changed this fender out. It ain't perfect, but it ain't rusted up. It's got some little wrinkles in it that I can work out, but I'm wanting to get this thing where I can drive it, so. All right. Now, do I want to take it on the road with the gauge cluster the way it is, or do we want to go for a ride? I think I know the answer to that. But let me get it out and I'll show you guys the interior. All right. Love that. That sounds so good. It's gotten dusty in here. I'll wipe it down. Gotta put that cover on. Alright, you guys, here's the inside. This is this original seat recovered by B&B Upholstery or Auto Trim in Shelbyville, Tennessee. Come on, focus up. Oh, that's why I've been using my GoPro, because it focuses better. There we go. Got my original seal trims put back in place. Got the carpet installed. Said I'm still working on getting the dash bezel trim done. That's the original shift boot from the 4-speed that was in the floor. Brand new carpet. Seats beautiful. Did a really good job. Wanted something a little bit different. If you can look, there's black in it. Wanted something just so it wasn't so much red, so I think that turned out really good. They did a really good job. I'm absolutely stoked. All right, take her for a drive. Hope you guys like the interior. I think it turned out really well. Anxious to see what this thing sounds like going down the road. Got about a quarter tank of gas. We'll go get some fuel. Still can't see nothing out of that mirror. I'm gonna have to work on getting that adjusted better. Because the heat does work. All these times I've let it sit here and run, I've actually turned on the heater to make sure it works. So it's a bit chilly today. It ain't too bad. If the sun comes out again, it felt pretty good earlier. Yeah, I got a long driveway. This is gonna be its real first drive, you guys. I'm excited. Oh, I can't wait. I mean, granted, I still got a lot of little things to touch up. I got to figure out where I'm gonna mount my OBD2 port, the switch for the power pedals. Looking at a retro sound radio that looks just like this original one. I wanted to keep this one in here, but I can't think of anywhere neat and clean to put an aftermarket radio and kind of hide it and still be, you know, reachable and function somewhere I can get to it. Ooh, that sounds good. back at the house. Truck ran great. Made it all the way down and back. Had to hurry home, so I wasn't able to go down any back roads and, you know, thrash on it like I want. But I'll make you guys a video for that. So, but yeah, I'll do a walk around video at the end of this so you guys can see it. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you all have a great Merry Christmas, and yeah, peace out. God bless.